Hey, Lauren here. Let's chat post-closing possession or a delayed possession of a house after you close on it. I actually had a discussion with another agent last week, and I typically have the standpoint from an investor, and I don't like post-closing occupancy, and I like when I buy a home and I close on it, I want to take possession immediately. I don't want to take possession 3 days later or after a tenant moves out. I don't like that, and I usually shy away from it, or actually I put my foot down pretty hard on that. I say, when I buy the house, I'm going to then take possession of that house. It's not going to be then several days later so you can clean the house or do whatever. And I've noticed that being written in a lot of the MLS listings, and I've been a little confused because I would never agree to that. Unless there is one situation which was brought to my attention last week, and it was as a negotiating tip or a negotiating tactic for buyers right now, which I actually think was brilliant, and I'm going to use that. I'm going to add that to my list of things to do for buyers right now, because we need all the help we can get, and instead of just throwing money at the situation, we need to get creative. And I hadn't thought about the post-closing possession and delaying the possession until the sellers can now find their new house. And I thought that was actually really smart to give the sellers, to have the sellers want to take your offer, is you offer to let them stay in their home for 2, 3, however long you decide, until they can find a new house. And I would definitely put a limit on it. You don't want to do that for too terribly long, but if you do, that can be an option for those sellers, so they don't have to do a mad rush, move out, and then move into a hotel or wherever until they find their new home. And if I was leaving and needed to find a new house, that's certainly something that would make me happy, and it's worth a lot of money there. Just the pain of having to move into a temporary home and then not knowing where to go and being rushed. So it would be nice if I submitted an offer, and then I also offered to allow the sellers to stay there for up to 90 days while they find their new home. Now, with that, you definitely want to protect yourself and your house now that you are, in essence, renting. So you do want to protect yourself from liability, and then you also want to make sure that there is a time limit. They can't just live there indefinitely, because then, well, you have a house and now you just became a landlord. So, and if that's not your intent, well, you want to make sure you have those deadlines in there. So if you guys ever have any questions, you want more tips, tricks, all those things that we have for buyers right now, my door is always open.